ready to talk about this topic now. Um, yeah, so I'm gonna wait for you guys to come on. Yesterday I was like, yo, I was out of it. But today my friend was like, oh, you wanna? No, 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 not today. I have to work today. I have to work today. So yeah, so just waiting for you guys. So one of my viewers, she reached out to me, and this is the topic right now. Um, hey, Nisha Willrich. I love you too. Hey, Mama E. Hey, Ebony. So this is gonna be an interesting topic. No offense to the men out there. It's just something that somebody wanted me to talk about here. Um, hey, Kristen. Hey, Deborah O'Brien. Yeah. So it's something that somebody. Hey, Nakia. Good morning. Hey, good morning. Happy archery. So readings are coming tomorrow. I'm gonna continue my readings. I don't have to pick up Khalil today. Hey, Teresa. Hey, 2B Productions. Hey, Loco Coco. Yeah, so I don't have to pick up Khalil today. So I have the rest of the week. I have parent teacher conference today at 2:30. Hey, Chica Loca. Okay. So so as you can see, uh, hey, Shantavia. I love that name. Hey, Anne Marie. As you can see the topic, right? So this lady reached out to me. She loved my lives, and you're a huge fan. Thank you, baby. So she asked me to do a live about this. Okay, now this is a complicated situation where this person in particular that she's talking about is her supervisor at work, and so let me just I was thinking about how to introduce the topic, right? Because she asked me, have I ever dealt with a little dick guy? Okay, or have I ever had little dick guy? Okay, yes, I have. I have delved into that. Yes. Um, so what happened with this person in particular? They met at work. She was interested in him. She said that he come off as big dick energy. Okay, he comes off as big dick energy. Now today, when I after I dropped Khalil off, I was in the Uber and I was looking outside, right? And there was a guy. He had luggage, but his hair was he had like a ponytail. He had these big dangling earrings, you know. And I appreciate that about the guy because it shows that he fully accept himself for who he is. Okay, so you got to understand when you're dealing with certain guys, men, male, man, child, whatever, and they have a short package, right? Now, some men have accepted their fate. You got what I'm saying? A man knows who they are, so they accept that they accept. Whether you want them or not, they don't really care. Okay, because they come to accept themselves. All right. So what happened with this particular person? They met at work. They were getting along. They were, they started dating, like going out, hanging out, and then it came to the sex part. Now she said that he act came across as he act like he had big dick energy, right? I suppose because he's a supervisor. Okay, so you know, granted, he has to act a certain way because unless or not, people are going to disrespect him, right? But when it came to the sexual part, she said that she was mighty surprised of that he wasn't handling. Okay, his package was came up short. Okay, so don't forget to smash the like. Thank you. Hey Angela Jackson. Hey Raina. So oh yeah, smash that like button. So so what happened with this particular person? Oh wait, before I finish, I met an Aquarius yesterday in the Chinese restaurant. Shout out to him. I forgot his name, but he has beautiful teeth. He was just like an Aquarius, laid back in the cut, cool as shit. But anyway, and he watched my lives. Okay, hey Lele. I need to know who done pissed you off. You've been going off these few days, but I'm here for it. Nah, nobody pissed me off. Nobody pissed me off. I don't. You gotta understand that I don't allow energy to linger. Okay. Yesterday I was crunked. Okay, my friend they was like, oh, and I was like, okay, and yo, I had 3 drinks and that was it for me. I was like, yeah, I was like walking on cloud. I don't even know what the fuck. but today I have to work. Good morning, guys. Okay, so thank you. Hey Kenya. Hey Jayla. Yeah, I'm in good spirits. I'm in good spirits. So okay, so let's continue with the story, guys. So she was mighty surprised because his package he wasn't handling. Okay, he wasn't handling. Now she said that she was willing to. She already liked the guy. She already liked him, and so she said, it really didn't. She really didn't mind. Okay, so you have to understand, like, for if guys are out there listening, and you're dealing with this problem, okay, um, women are gonna like you for who you are. If a person likes you, they're gonna accept you for your flaws and all. That's all I'm gonna say to that, right? So anyway, she said that she wanted to proceed. Hey, Deborah, she wanted to proceed to do oral on him, and he wouldn't allow her to, and he wouldn't even allow her to touch him down there. Okay, something is wrong here. So I said, well, maybe he had a bad experience with oral. Okay, maybe somebody done scraped up his fucking dick with their teeth and shit, didn't know what they were doing. Or maybe it's the fact that he's embarrassed. Okay, he fully haven't accept himself and his package, because when a guy acts like that, it could be numerous of things. He could have some type of trauma or something that happened to him. But here's what happened after that sexual encounter. So she said it wasn't really a good experience. Okay, it wasn't a good experience. All right, but she still liked him, and she was still willing to work with him and his shortcomings. Okay, so she says now he's acting like a big dick towards her. He's not, he totally shut her out. She's trying to get through to him. He stopped speaking to her at work. He's acting like an ass towards her. He pushed her away. So this is what we call a defense mechanism. Okay, you have to understand this. So this is a type of guy that's been rejected in life. All right, so he's successful. He's a supervisor, right? So he is a successful person, but he still hasn't accepted himself fully as a man, who he is. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do I make sense here? I hope I'm making sense. Hey, what up, Brenda? Hey, Debbie Santiago. Hey, Happy Archery. Okay, so that this is what was happening here. So he built a barrier around himself, and he doesn't allow people to get close to him because of that rejection that still haunts him. See, so he feels like, rather than, he's saving himself the heartbreak. So he'd rather just push you away and say, hey, I'm not going to deal with you. I'm not going to, because that's his way of dealing with his own insecurities, his own, So he still has to work on self-confidence. There you go. He still has to work on self-confidence and put away the fear of rejection and say, hey, I am who I am, like it or not, take it or leave it, right? So she says she doesn't know how to get through to him. The best advice I could give to you is just to leave him alone. Just to leave him alone. Because the more you try to get at him, the more he's gonna run away. Okay? Yes. Hey Daniel. Somebody asked me, thank you, Chess 72. Okay, so yes. So I have encountered small, below average men, I would say below average men. There was there was one. He was such a sweet guy, and this is what I'm saying. So, fellas, it's not about the size to some women. Okay, some women, like I said, everybody is different. But me, speaking for myself, um, I look at personality. I look at like how we vibing, and it's not the size. It's the motion in the ocean, right? That's what they say, right? But if you guys have chemistry and shit like that, and that person is confident or whatever the case may be, hey, why not? Why not? Right? He's a good person. He's a provide. Why not? Why not? Okay, so I had one that he was such a sweet guy, and we had a lot of fun in the bedroom as well. Okay, he was very kinky, and which was good, which was plus. But the only bad part about him, he was broke. Okay, and Tasha couldn't do broke. All right, so I had to let him go so he can fix his life. Okay, get his life right, and I had to get my life right too. Okay, hey, good morning, Lori. Is she okay with man? Okay, not the size and the whole package, right? So it's not about the size. Hey, Philip, hey, Mariah, thank you, Mariah. So, like I said, okay, um, I have many stories about men telling me about women. They have a certain smell, but then they get used to it because they really like the woman. So, like I said, if you really like a person and you want to invest in that person, you could work around certain things which you perceive to be not your type or not what you was expecting, right? But you learn to work with it if you really want to work with it, right? So then I had another small dick guy, well below average, that baby, he rocked my world. Do you understand what I'm saying? He rocked my motherfucking world. So like I said, it all depends on the confidence of the person, right? But he wasn't. We didn't really stick around too long with that. And then I had another one. Now this motherfucker right here was an asshole. Okay, so you have those. Hey, Aquarius Sunrise. You have those that are just fucking assholes because they haven't accept who they are. So they project, right? And they act like bitches. Okay? Yes. Because of their shortcomings. So when you have a person like this, because this story, this person that you're dealing with, this supervisor, right? He reminds me of this asshole that had a tiny fucking dick, right? He had the height, but he didn't have the dick to go with the fucking height. You got what I'm saying? And he was just a fucking ass. Okay? Yes, he was. But then he used to tell me things like, oh yes, he wants a virgin. He's gonna go away to a tropical island and get him one of these girls where the men they say doesn't have a big package. So he wanted an exotic woman and he wants a virgin and all this fucking bullshit, right? But you see, that was his because he'd rather deal with an inexperienced person, right, than to deal with a real woman. You got what I'm saying? He doesn't know how to handle a real woman because of his shortcomings, his package, and if you're going to have all that attitude and be you see, because see right now that supervisor, this guy that you're talking about, he's acting like a big dick because he's acting like a big dick because he, that's not what he's handling. Got what I'm saying? So it's all a defense mechanism. It's all a defense mechanism. Okay? Um, they're gonna diss his ass too. That's what I'm saying. They're gonna diss his ass too. So I feel like when you know that you have less than average or whatever, it's best to be. You have to make up for something here. You can't be an asshole and not have it all together, and you don't have you're not even a full package. You understand what I'm saying? So attitude, personality goes a long way. I always say this to people. Okay? Yes. Be humble. There you go. But you see, somebody's gonna humble his ass. Right? Somebody, the person that was an asshole to me, somebody's definitely gonna humble his ass. So what they do is that they push you away and they break up with you, right? You're doing me a favor, right? They reject you. They call it rejecting you because they feel like I'm going to push you away first, right? Because you're going to end up, they already have it in their mind that you're going to end up dissing them any fucking way, dismissing them and dissing them anyway. So might as well push you away now and save me the heartbreak, right? That's how they think. But then you have the other ones that make you work for it. But what are you really working for? You got what I'm saying? Think about it. Because if he's acting like a dick now, a big dick now, after the fact that you guys slept together and it wasn't even all of that, and you were still willing to work with that stupid motherfucker, what are you? Because see, what he's doing here is like he's trying to make her work for it. Like, oh, if you really want me, then you work for it. Don't even work for it. Just stop. You know how you work for it? Just stop. Cease. Stop all communication. Stop texting him. Be strictly about work. Take it back to the way it used to be. Like, hey, what do I have to do here? Okay, got it. That's it. Just keep it strictly professional. That's the best thing that you could do, and leave that motherfucking asshole where he's at. He's gonna come around now. Let me tell you something. He is gonna come around. They always come back. Let me tell you. They always come back. But right now, you have to leave him and let him deal with his own bullshit that's going on in his life, right? You're not the person, because see, it makes him, when you're doing this, right? You were chasing him, right? What happens when you stop chasing a person? What happens when you just fall back? What happens when you say, you know what, fuck this, and you give up on the person? What happens? What happens to the other person? What happens? Can anybody say this? Can anybody answer that question? Hey, Natalian, rejection is redirect. Right, that's what I always say. Rejection is always redirection. It's always redirection. So you take a step back. But when you stop speaking to a person, and when you totally just fall off a radar, right? It gives that person, the other person, room to think. If you're always on top of somebody, like chasing them, right? And you're willing to work with his shortcomings, right? That says a lot about you. That's admirable, admirationable. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because you're willing to do something that other people are not willing to do. I said that word wrong, right, guys? Yeah. That's okay. All right. Yes. Try to think of the word. But anyway, yeah, hey Sade. But anyway, that we call this we with you, right? You with me, right? So we call this like a person, I have great admiration for you. Why? Because you're willing to do something that other women are not, because some women, they have high standards. Some women would have walked out the room and rejected him as soon as they saw it. Like, oh no, I can't deal with this. Some people are just straight up rude or straightforward like that. Like they're not dealing with it. You understand what I'm saying? But you were willing to go to work with him. You see? So I admire you for that, because it shows you're, how can I say, that you're an open-minded person. It shows that you're understanding. Okay? And it shows that it doesn't take much to make you happy. You see what I'm saying? It shows a lot. That's what I'm saying. It shows a lot. Okay? Compromise. You're willing to compromise. Right. Okay? So it's his loss. I would look at it as it's his loss, not yours. You got what I'm saying? And trust and believe me. Hey, Shamika. Trust and believe me. Hey, Peaceful Ways. He's going to come back. He's going to spin the block. Right? Now, when he spins the block, remember, the ball is going to be in your court whether you want to move forward or not, because he's already a dick. Right? He's already acting like a dick. Okay? Hey, Makeup Mental. Right? So I wouldn't personally, like I said, I don't deal with matters of the heart. That's on you. That's your judgment call. I don't deal with matters of the heart. Forgiving a person is one thing, and putting up with their bullshit is another. Because if he's acting like this now, can you imagine if you get into a relationship with him, how he's going to behave? Okay? Because right now he's acting like, like a child. Don't want to speak, pushing you away. That's, and and those are signs of narcissism as well. Because what narcissists do, this is what they do. They give you the silent treatment, right? They just stop speaking to you. You be looking for closure. That is your closure right there. That is your closure right there. Okay? Yes. So if I were you, I wouldn't take him back because he is going to come back. Trust me. He is. Okay? Because now by you stop the communication with him, it gives him room to think about you, the situation, and even if he come back and say to you, I'm sorry, I had to reevaluate my life and I was going through things, fuck him. Fuck him. Because he could have said that to you. Communication is key, right? He could have just said, hey, listen, I'm going through some things right now. He could have easily responded to your text and say, hey, I'm going through some things right now. I just need a little time. And based off of based off you telling me all of this, I find you to be a very understanding person. So which means that you would have understood that he needed that time and back the fuck off. Right? But it's because but you see the silent treatment, he's using silent treatment here to see if you're going to continue to chase his stupid ass, which I advise you not to do. Okay? Because like I said, give him space, give him room, and he will come around and communicate. But depending on how long that takes, by that time you may have already changed your mind. It seems like you're changing your mind now because he's acting like a big dick. Right? Yes. Best offense is good defense. Right. I don't chase no man. That's what I'm saying. Right. You would have to respect it. So what I say to you guys, right? If you guys are in a no communication, no contact with someone, right? Leave that motherfucker right where they are. Don't reach out to them. And I would suggest you block them on all social media as well. Okay? Yes. Because I don't give a fuck what anyone says. Only children act that way. Adults communicate. They communicate how they feel. So that way the other person can have an understanding to how they're feeling, right? Are you a fucking mind reader? No. So if somebody doesn't tell you how they're feeling or what they feel, how would you know? A lucky guess? Right? So that's the thing. So if you're dealing with somebody that shut up, that stopped communicating with you, please do yourself a favor. Move on in life. That is your closure. If you feel like you had a lack of closure, that is your closure. Right there. Silent treatment. That's it. Move on. Okay? So, like I said, that asshole is going to be back. He is. Okay? And it's up to you whether you're going to take him back or not. But I say stay away from that motherfucker, because if the sex wasn't good, and on top of that, the sex wasn't good either, shit. Sex is very important in a relationship. I don't give a rat's ass what anybody says. Sex is very important in a relationship. I'll pass too. That's why you stay alone. Okay, right. You're with a woman yesterday and you expect me to rub your back today? Right. See? That's some asshole shit. So, stay away from him. Let him be the big dick that he is. Do your work. You go there to do and I would suggest you look for another job. This is why you don't shit where you eat. Don't ever shit where you eat, because now you got to see his fucking face. And now he's acting like a dick with you and ordering you around at work because he feel like he could do so because he's the supervisor. Okay, so I know you're right. Yeah. So I suggest, um, is there a personal reading? I have to do a personal reading today. I suggest you start looking for another job. I know it's hard. If you like your job, I know it's hard, but you could get a better job and start brand new again. That's it. Start brand new again. So where you want to be as far away from that motherfucker as possible. Okay? Because the more you see him and the more you're around him, the bigger the dick is gonna get. Got what I'm saying? Sexual harassment. I'm late to the live, but hey Taj, hey, what's up? Yeah, hey, intuitively guided Tyro. Hey, Boss B Energy. Hey, Sasha. Um, see? So I would stay far away from that motherfucker as possible. Okay? Because again, attitude goes a long way. All right? See, so what he's doing, he's making it personal. When you ask him what's his problem, he's the one making it personal. You got what I'm saying? He's not separating business because you already went there with him sexually. So he's making it personal. This is personal to him. Yes. He's not making it about business. Okay? So, hey, you gotta email me. Hey Claire Marie, hey Brianna. Right? So doesn't matter if it's big dick, little dick, right? Because a man could have a big dick and be boring. Big and boring. Don't know what to do with it. Right? And not all big dicks are pleasing as well. See? But like I said, just leave that man alone. Please just for save yourself the PTSD. Got what I'm saying? The problem with most men is personal growth. Right. Society fuels the opposite, even if society can sometimes mean well. Baby boy mentality, emotional, violent, doing dumb shit. This exactly. Exactly. Okay? This is a type of person that's broken. You cannot heal this individual. He has to do the healing work internally. Internally, he has to do the healing work. Because somebody fucking rejected his motherfucking ass. And that's why he pushes away rather than step up to the plate and fully accept himself. He still he still is battling self-confidence. Oh my God, the title is I know this is gonna resonate for him. Yeah, I honestly feel like men don't have enough mentors as the ladies do, or that much support because they have to have a certain status or persona in public. Right. Okay. But this forum, this is something, I have a lot of female viewers, and like I said, sorry to the men out there, but this was the topic. And like I said, a woman is gonna accept you for your flaws and all, but attitude goes a long way. So you can't have flaws in a certain area and be an asshole at the same time. You got what I'm saying? What the fuck? This is the type of people that walk around with a chip on their shoulder. And I don't even know how do you perceive that he had big dick energy to begin with. Because he's a supervisor, that's his persona, right? That's who he came off to be. Okay. But again, you were still willing to work with him. You were still willing to work with him. He possibly didn't want you to do oral because, again, the size. You know, he's like, oh no, don't touch it down there, and I don't want oral. Who fucking doesn't? What man doesn't? What man doesn't like head? What man doesn't like to get head? Are you fucking serious? Right? That's the first thing they fucking want. Come here, suck my dick. They like to say suck my dick, right? Even in arguments, suck my dick, bitch. If you have one. I know one dude who said it tickle. You right. Okay. Now I was is invincible. Now I was trying to make light of the. I was saying to her maybe he had a bad experience with oral. Maybe somebody scraped up his shit with their teeth. They didn't know what the fuck they was doing. You know what I'm saying? Because that could happen too. You know, when a person doesn't know how to handle their goods and shit, that could traumatize them like that shit. Yeah, you know. So until they try it again, and somebody who knows what they're doing, right? It becomes pleasing to them. So some people just trauma, right? So some people just experience trauma in their life, and they just don't like it anymore, um, because of the whatever happened, right? So you should be able to compromise, work together to produce the win-win solutions as the outcome for each other. No one loses, right, Ralph? Right. However, if there's a lack of communication, right, and one person is trying to communicate and the other person is avoiding communication, how are you guys going to compromise when the other person is acting like a fucking dick, a big dick, something that the person doesn't even, you know, the person, the goods are not even adding up to the fucking attitude. Just like say it like that. The goods are not adding up to the fucking attitude. See what I'm saying? He didn't even give the girl a chance. Right away after they had sex, he rejected her. He pushed her away. He went cold. He shut off. He shut down. Now, why do you think that happened? You're welcome, Yolisha. Why do you think that happened? It's easy. It's clear as day why that happened. Okay? Yes. So, because he knew she wasn't pleased. But whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? He has no one to blame but himself. That's what I'm saying. So if you're gonna be mad at yourself. He probably is mad at himself. Okay? But communicate that. A real person communicates that they're embarrassed. He could have easily went to her and say, "Hey, you know something?" And they make it up. Right? So people, let me explain something to you. So I had one guy, right? The first time that me and him had sex, it wasn't all of that, right? When the guy asked like to go round two, I told him no. Nah, I'll pass. Then he tells me, let's go out to eat something. Right? Now I like these type of men, right? You know why I like these type of men? Because he knew that it wasn't up to par. I knew it wasn't up to par either. I didn't want to go for it. I didn't want to take it for a second, drive. And but he was trying his best to make it up to me and to get me back in that bedroom to show and prove himself. So here's how it went. So I took him up on his offer to go to dinner, right? And over dinner, that man, cause he wasn't, he was a man, but he wasn't my man. You understand? But that man, he told me, "Did you enjoy yourself?" He asked me, "Did you enjoy yourself?" And I started laughing, and I said, "Not really," you know. So he goes, "I kind of figured that, right?" So he goes, "What are you doing this weekend?" I was like, "Oh, I'm not really doing anything." So he was like, "Why don't we go somewhere?" Right? Just take a trip somewhere. Let's go somewhere. Let me tell you, I took him up on the offer because back then I was adventurous, and this motherfucker had me. I'm surprised they didn't call the police on us because This motherfucker was tossing me all over that shit was wild. You got what I'm saying? That motherfucker went buck wild in that room. And I was like, what the fuck? And even he wanted to fuck outside. He wanted to fuck on the beach. He wanted to fuck everywhere. So, and I was down for it. I was down for it, right? And and after that, right? He felt more in control by, yeah. 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 So you see, so he changed my outlook. He changed my outlook. I was like, whoa, yeah. I was like, whoa, shit. That was a weekend to remember, and he was a very nice guy. But what I like about him, right? What I like about him is that he's the silent killer. Do you understand? He don't say much, but he's more about action, and that's what I liked about him. He was all about action. Uh, it was a very good time. It was a very, very good time. I mean, I did things with him that I wouldn't normally do with with just anybody. Hey, Luke. Yes, fun and spontaneous. Yeah. So so I like a man like that. You know, um, that knows how to compensate for their, you know, like, okay, well, but he was a man. Like I said, he was a man about it. He stepped into the plate and he asked me directly over dinner, uh, were you? And I was like, not really. And he was like, yeah, I figured that. You see? So they be knowing, But I like guys who are like step up to the plate and make it up. Like, let me make it up to you, okay? Let me make it up to you, and that was that. Hey Piscean, hey Guyanese, you Guyanese, if you don't mind me. No, I'm not Guyanese. Khalil's dad is Khalil is half Guyanese. Khalil's dad is Guyanese. Okay. Tosh brought out the freaking him. That's what. Yeah. Yo, they say our signs don't match, but he's actually a Virgo. Okay, he's a Virgo. Yes, but we had, yeah, and after that, it's not, um, we didn't stay together. We didn't become exclusive. Okay, but he would still buy me things. I remember he went and he had bought me a Maxwell CD. He asked me at that time what was my favorite artist, and I said Maxwell. And I had told him I lost his CD. Um, and he said that he went to every store until he found it, and he found it to me. And I cherish moments like that because it shows that he really cared. You know, of he showed interest in my likes and my dislikes. Okay, now where we went wrong is because a guy, you remember the Nextels, the chirp, right? A guy had hit me up while I was with him, and I was telling that guy to stop, to stop chirping my fucking ass, right? And the guy had made a remark that we were seeing each other or whatever the case may be. We were. I ain't gonna lie. We were sleeping together as well, but uh, we're not together. As the same way I respect you, respect me. I'm with someone, and you're not respecting my space here, okay? And so to get me back, uh, he has slept with somebody else, right? So I was like, okay, right, all right, no, father, no problem, yeah. Then they like no one loves me after you rock the world, or vice versa. Really, they just want new all the time. Much love and positive energy. Hey, darling goddess. Hey, Candela. Yeah, hey, Cameron. Good morning. And so me and him just end up, we just grew apart. That's basically what it is. We grew apart. Okay? Yes, we grew apart. Um, and that's that. So yeah, I've had a lot of experiences in my life. Okay, some good, some bad. I think everybody has, right? But the worst thing, uh, I would say sexually, is no feelings involved, right? So, say for instance, you are, I don't know, friends with benefits, right? I don't give a damn what anybody says. The more you have sex with a person, you're gonna eventually catch feelings, right? Now, what do you do when you catch feelings? You just tap out. You just step back. Okay? Hey, Mommy Chula. He was trying to get, hold on. He was trying to get in your head. Queen wanted you to react all crazy. That's how much they love your energy and attention. Just by putting it, yeah, no, you see how I react to situations like that, I walk away and you will never hear from me again. That's how I do people. That's the Aquarius in me. I just shut down, I go cold, I turn my back, and I walk away. Yes. And you'll never hear from me again. Mm-hmm. Yep. I shut off. Hey, Marie, Martina. Thank you, babes. Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, wasted energy. That's right. Fill up my bank. That's right. So that's why I was telling this lady here, it doesn't make sense. What is she really chasing? What is she really fighting for? Because you could say that in a sense that she's willing to fight for the relationship, fight for them to be together, right? But what are you really fighting for? Do you understand what I'm saying? Is do you miss the friendship that you guys had? Because I'm telling you, once you sleep with somebody, friendship is done. You can't go back, right? You can't go back to that place. And I feel like this guy in particular, he's more comfortable being friends than in a relationship. I'm telling you, something happened with this guy where he has been rejected because of his shortcomings. He knows that he doesn't have, well, he feels, he to him, he feels like he's not the full package. But that's all in his mind. He has to already, he has him himself have to feel like he's the full package, right? Yes. Because if you're the one, obviously you're showing interest because you're reaching out to him. Okay. But like I said, uh, yeah, you can't go back to friendship. Friendship gone. Friendship flushed down the toilet. That's it. Friendship done. Okay. But what you can do in the meantime is keep it strictly business. But remember, he's not making it about business. He's making it personal. This is why I suggest you look for another job to get out of that environment, to be away from him. Because like I said, the more you see each other, the more of the bigger the dick he's going to be to you. Okay? Yes, because yeah, he's angry, he's going to take it out on you. You're his target. Do you understand? You're his personal punching bag. Basically that. Okay, Sasha. You too. Let me see. Taurus with Aquarius rising. So it's the Aquarius in me. Cutoff game is strong, strong. Yeah, hey, Bushman. Hey, Farah. Good morning, Farah. Right. Okay. So a real person, let me tell you what real people do. They communicate and they communicate how they feel, like I said. So a real man is going to tell you, hey, so say for instance, if you're dating someone and you notice that they're backing off, right? A real man is going to come to you and say, hey, Right now, my finances are not so well. Okay, because a real man, people, their main concern is their finance, and especially if a man is a provider, and if he cannot provide for you, he's gonna back the fuck off. He's not gonna be in a relationship with you. As bad as you want the relationship, he's not gonna fucking do it. A real man is not gonna fucking do it because he knows that he is not in a good financial state to provide. Got it? So he's doing you a favor because he's telling you, hey, so let me tell you something. When a person speaks and they speak honestly, accept that. Accept it. Got it? So he's telling you, now if you keep pushing it, that man is going to push away. All right? That man is going to push you away because he's telling you that he's not ready, financially ready to get into no relationship and to further things with you. He's telling you. He's doing you a favor by telling you this. At least he's not using you. You got what I'm saying? Or fucking around with you here. Yes. I'm going through that with a Leo. He is not in the position for a relationship due to finances, and this is what I'm saying. So you have to respect that. You have to respect when a person say they're not ready. They mean what the fuck they say. Okay? Take it and move your fucking ass on. On to the next. Okay? Hey, Valencia, what's up? Yes. Liars and deceivers will get their karma. They always do. Okay? They always do. Right? Now, let me tell you where when a person really cares about someone or really loves someone, right? You see, because men and women are prideful, especially a man, right? And say like that man is doing financially bad and you offer them money. A real man is going to reject it. A real man is not going to take your money. Why is he not going to take your money? Why is he not going to take your money? You know why he wouldn't take your money? Because it's going to fuck up his ego. Yes. It's going to bruise his fucking ego. Some men can't handle that. You see? Pride and ego. There you go. So he's not going to accept your money. Now, a man child, a little boy, would take your money. You see? There's a difference. A little boy is not ashamed to take your money and milk you dry. Bleed you dry. You see? Hey, what's up, Kalani? Hey, Tasha, can you give me some advice on what to do if all of my soulmates are currently in other relationships? Move the fuck on. That's the best thing that you could do is move the fuck on. If they're in another relationship and they're not putting you as number one and you're second, I'm not second to no fucking body. Period. Move on. You could have many of soulmates. Move on. Move on. I'm not waiting for any fucking body. I have a life to live here and I have shit to do with my fucking life. Got it? It's hard. It's hard sometimes, but you have to do what you have to do. That's it. How do you move on if you're not comfortable being alone? Well, you're never alone. Are you? You're never alone. Do you have friends? Do you have family that you still speak to? Do you have an animal? I love animals. I don't have an animal because I have a child. And he's a lot of, he's enough. He's a handful by himself. Okay? But when you sit down and you read books, you have to read books, right? Some people look at other people's documentaries or stories. You'll get a grip on life. Look, being alone is a state of mind. Okay? It's all on how you think. How you think. about yourself, about your life. So it's not bad. It's not bad being by yourself. This this journey that I have been on, being by myself, has taught me a lot about myself. I learned a lot about myself because I really never sat down to reevaluate my life until I was by myself. See? Let go and trust that God has better plans for you, right? Hey, Tasha, I'm getting divorced, and my soon to be ex husband is doing everything in his power to prolong the process. I want out. Why is this? He's a Virgo, I'm a Libra. I definitely learned he is my karmic lesson. That's very good. Now, do you have children? Do you have children together? Keeping up with Ash? Do you have children together? He's possibly trying to prolong it because of the money. Okay? The assets, the money, if you have money together, property, if you have property together, dividing the assets, all this bullshit. But it's always about money. Okay? It's always about money. I say the same thing. Uh, that me time is better than being with a toxic person. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I would never, ever, ever, and never ever stoop to anybody's level. If they can't meet you, if they're not there with you or above you, never stoop, never lower your standards to meet a bum ass motherfucker. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Yes. Never lower your standards. Hey, thank you, Lily. Girl, I just got chills. That exactly why he doesn't want to buy me out nor sell the house when we both need to. You're on point. That's what it is. Yes, that's what it is. So hey, Aaliyah, just walked in. Yeah. So so I took this time to be single, right? And guess what? I I love being single. I'm not gonna lie. I love being single. When I come home, like right now, my apartment is a little messy. That's okay. It's mine. The rent is paid. My bills are paid. I don't need any, I keep myself company. I have, Khalil is enough company. Um, you know, I watch whatever I want in peace. I eat whatever I want without a headache, right? So when you're in a relationship, let's talk about compromise and boundaries, right? So my last serious relationship um, was with Khalil's dad, and I was trying I always, when I get into a relationship, I always give 500%. I always want to make my partner happy, right? And even down to the cooking, what he likes. Okay, so he didn't like rice. He didn't like rice. I like rice. Okay, so when it came to dinner time, I knew that he didn't like rice, so I would never cook rice, right? But then I found that then the more and more that we got into this relationship, the more and more we were together, the more and more I started to dislike his ways, because we're talking about compromise, right? So I always have to do things your way. I always have to please you. But what about me? Do you understand? And I felt like I was losing myself in that relationship. Okay? I had to take a step back and look at the relationship as a whole, right? And I wasn't pleased at all. I wasn't pleased at all. Yes. Okay? And I made a judgment call to end that relationship. Yes, I did. Because I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy with the structure of the relationship. I wasn't happy with the vision, where it was going. I wasn't happy with, I just wasn't happy. I had visions to be my own boss, for bigger and better things. He's telling me I can't be my own boss, to stay at my 9 to 5, right? Well, at that time I worked 8 to 4, but he's telling me to keep my fucking job. You got a good job. You better not leave that job. You can't become your own boss. You know how it is. You know how hard it is to become a content creator and blah 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 blah. So he was a dream killer. And when you have a partner, you want a supportive partner. You want somebody that inspires you, to push you, and to say, yes, you could do it, and help you to achieve that goal. Because I'm not doing this for me, asshole, by myself. I'm doing this for us. You see what I'm saying? But he didn't look at it that way. He was a very selfish person, and it was a very one-sided relationship. See? And I understood that, and I had to take a step back, and I decided to end that fucking relationship. Period. I'd rather be by my fucking self. This is my place, right? But I never threw it in his face that this was my place. But he always mentioned that this was my place. And then he got to the point where he didn't want to pay bills here. Oh, no, 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 no. See, this is where you're going to fuck up here. Because you need to get the fuck out. Right? You don't pay bills, you got to go. That's how. Sorry. Not sorry. But I end up putting him out. And I never took him back. Because once I made up my mind to end it, that's exactly what the fuck I meant. I don't go back to trash. That's why I was telling you guys the other day. I don't go backwards. I move forward. See? So, that's it. Hobosexual. Right. 100% a partner to encourage and inspire, not someone that drags you down and to support your dreams. Right. See, so here's the thing. So he wanted to have sex. Who the fuck wants I don't want to be mad and have sex. Make up sex. I don't want your fucking sex. I'm talking some serious shit right here. You see? So I felt like that was childish. Who the fuck wants to argue and then have sex? I fucking sure don't. I'll bite your fucking dick off right now. Are you stupid? You see? Yes, we had great sex, but sex doesn't compensate. That it doesn't make up for shit that's going on here. You understand what I'm saying? That's right, love. I went through the same thing, just waiting on my judge to sign the papers. See? That's what I'm saying. Do you guys like to have makeup sex? Do you guys want to argue and then say, hey, let's jump in the sack and make up? Not the fuck I. Especially when there's serious shit going on. You can't overlook the fucking problem that is here. There's a problem here, my man, and sex is not going to fix it. Okay? Right. Bills need to be paid. That's the fucking problem. And you want to have sex? I don't think so. Lust doesn't pay bills. That's right, Catherine. Okay? Damn sure it doesn't. Love don't pay the bills, babes. But you see, that love, shit get real serious when you start talking about finances. That love should go out the fucking window. And that's why most people break up. It's the lack of responsibility and accountability for one's actions. Because I'm not putting up with nobody fucking shit. So he thought that I was blowing steam out my fucking ass. That I was just, because some men or some people, they find it humorous, right? They just think that you're mad. Oh yeah, she's just mad. She's just blowing steam out her fucking ass. She'll get over it. She doesn't mean what she says. She's not going to kick me out. He was dead fucking wrong. Dead fucking wrong. If he would have put money down, he would have lost all his motherfucking money on that bet. See? I mean what I say and I execute it. When I think it, I'm going to execute it. And that's your fucking ass. Right. So another thing. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Say what you mean and mean what the fuck you say. You can't say You know what? It's over. I don't want to deal with you no more. You got to go. You got to get, right? And then you take the motherfucker back. The motherfucker looking at you like you're a joke. That they could walk all over you. That they could get away with this shit. All bets are off. Okay. I was married for 20 years being a provider 31, wife, and he couldn't even be, oh, Proverbs 31, and wife, and he couldn't even be an Ephesians 5 husband. I'm pending divorce right now from a Capricorn. Wow. You see this? I'm at work, but I'm listening, sis. I'm all in it with you. Exactly. You're dead to me when I have to go there. Yes, Mrs. Real deal is real. Okay. Real deal is real, right? Yeah. If you don't stick to your own word, why should he or she? Exactly. Let your yes be yes and let your no be no. Right. When he came back and he was telling me all this fucking shit, crying and telling me that he loved me, I don't give a fuck about those tears and I don't give a fuck about your love. You could shove that love up your fucking ass. Because when I was talking to you and when I was you should have been paying attention. You should have been paying attention. You see, so when a person speaks and they're, you're speaking some serious shit, right? You better get off your ass and start working. You better start moving. Okay? You better start moving. Now, if you're dragging your feet and I see that you're dragging your feet and you're not taking me serious, now you're going to fucking take me serious. Done. Okay? Yes. Hey, Shima. Actions speak louder than words. Hey, Shanique. Okay? We love Aquarius. We love deep and detached even deeper. I was telling you about this guy that I met yesterday, right? I don't even know how I made it home. So yesterday I had a wild day. Okay? Yes, girl, he was too comfortable until I straight changed his uncomfortability. Once I got the divorce, I took my power back. Now he's acting like a bitter baby mama, running his mouth, lies after lies. But that's what they do. Okay? That's what they do. Right? You have to shake the foundation. Right? Now, a person that really loves you, they're going to put in the work. They're going to change their ways. They're going to compromise. That's why I say that word compromise. They're going to meet you halfway. They're going to show and prove, right? And say, "Hey, I'm with you with this." Because sometimes people get too laid back and you have to light a fire under their bum, right? Like, "Hey, what the fuck you doing? The fuck is this? I ain't your fucking personal slave," right? And it wakes them the fuck up because they were sleepwalking, right? Snap out of it. Okay? Now, when that person snaps the fuck out of it, right? Either they're going to do two things. Two things, right? Either they're going to correct their behavior and say they were wrong, admit accountability, admit to their wrongdoings, right? Like say, "Hey, yes, you're right. You know, I was this and that and that." Or they're going to totally fucking ignore you, right? There goes the lack of accountability. They're going to fucking totally ignore you, right? And think that you're a fucking joke. Like, whatever, right? Brush it off like it's nothing. See? So, two things. They only do two, there's only two reactions you're going to get. So if the person is willing to admit to their wrongdoing and work with you, okay, good. But if the person is totally ignoring the fact, your feelings and how you feel about the situation, and especially if it's serious, right, about money, then you have to you have to counter react, right? That's when it gets serious. Like, now you're dead to me. Now this is over. And if you think I'm fucking joking, the joke is going to be on you. You see? Hey, I'm a Sagittarius. Good morning. Hey, good morning, Talia. Hello, miss your lives. Thank you, Lily. I'm going to start doing lives more often for you guys. If you guys want to talk about any topic, just email me. Okay, so this was the topic. Little dick, big dick, acting like a big dick. Okay? Yes. So I already gave my advice to her, what she needs to do about that situation. Okay? And if he come back, that's your judgment call. I don't deal with matters of the heart. Right? I hear you. My baby dad cheated on me with a 16-year-old. She's pregnant, and he got her pregnant on me, but she's a kid. It's sick. We 23, and he left me and his kids. He won't own up. We have two babies. I lost my job. You see what I'm saying, Shima? You see what I'm saying? This is a sad situation. Did he admit to the pregnancy? Did he even own up to the bullshit? Okay? Because, that right there, he could get arrested for that shit. He could get arrested. I hope he knows that. Yes. Because she's underage. She's only 16 and he's 23. Okay? It's all fun and games until the rabbit got the gun. You ain't fucking lying. You ain't fucking lying there. Okay? No, he lied all about it. You see what I'm saying? He can't even step up to the plate to admit his wrongdoings. He's a child. Lack of accountability. He's a child. He's a narcissist as well. And yeah. But you see, let me tell you about certain narcissists, right? Certain narcissists likes younger people, because they could manipulate them and they could have them every which way they want to. Yes. So they still trying to find themselves. Some narcissists were sexually touched as a younging, all right? But, right. So that's why they like younger people, because they can do what they want with them. SA, yes, they were SA, Shamika, right. I'm doing Libra readings tomorrow. I'm going to start my readings tomorrow. I just been taking a break. My energy been fucked up. Okay? Yes, I have to be in the right state of mind to do your readings. But I'm feeling good. My spirits are up. So when my spirits are up, that's when I do your reading. Yes. Then she harassed me over him. I just wanted no part. 6 years for 1 year, if that now. Wow. Preying on their mental. There you go. I needed a break, Mama Chula. Yes, Mommy Chula, I needed a break. He talks about shit like that, then boom. Yeah, can't wait. I've been checking every day like she's not on yet. No, I'm coming, guys. I'm coming. No, thank you for your love and support, guys. I love you guys so much. But mental prison, breakdown, and meltdown. That's what it is. That's what it is. Okay? That's what it is. Yes. And some of them some of them are closeted as well. They won't admit that they are, they have a thing for the opposite sex. Yes. They're pathological liars as well, because they don't know themselves. They haven't fully accepted themselves. And that's why is bringing back to the title. That's why I was telling that lady, little dick, the lady said little dick acting like a big dick, right? Because he fully haven't accepted himself. You understand what I'm saying? Unless he's gonna get a penile implant, or what, they have pumps out there, yes, and I think he's bi. Yeah, so some of them are closeted, like I said. They would never admit to it. Childhood trauma wounds. Right. That's why I said it starts internally. Okay, so leave that little dick man where he's at. Let him be the supervisor. Let him act like a big dick that he is. Because, again, he's acting like a big dick. But, we all know, well, that he has shortcomings. Right? So, yeah, I wouldn't, those type of men need to get creative and compensate for any shortcomings. And this is what I'm saying. If he's willing to do so. The truth always comes out, though. You're right about that. Hey, Hidelki. Rest. You're the best. Nobody knows you're stressed but you. Listen to your body. Thank you. Brenda, that rhyme. Rest. You're the best. Nobody knows you're stressed. Yeah, But that's what I'm saying. So believe me, if you even if you get into a relationship with him and he's not a fully healed individual, right? Because it's quite apparent that he's not a fully healed individual, right? He's gonna take all his fucking anger out on you that you're gonna wish that you never enter into a relationship with him. Everything you do is gonna be wrong. It's always gonna be your fault. Trust and believe me. You're never gonna make him happy because he's not a fucking happy individual. See what I'm saying? Hey, Jerry Porter. This is my first time on your live, and it was most enjoyable and enlightening. Looking forward to the next live as well as my cancer reading. I got you. I got you. My bestie got tricked by a dude. He wore socks to fill in to make women think he was packing until he got them in bed. The truth will come out. Shake it out. Look at this shit. A sock? Heard it all before. And I didn't hear that. This is the first time I heard some fucking shit like that. Okay? Oh my goodness. Hey, Lady Iron. Yeah. It's like a woman stuffing her breast to make it look bigger. Or stuffing her ass. Stuffing her ass. Putting fucking clots and shit in her fucking pants to make her ass look bigger. Sonny Anderson, yes. Heard it all before. That's a fucking damn shame. Middle school bull. Men will do it. Butt pads. There you go. Did you ever see that video? Did you ever see that video with that girl? She was dancing. She had the butt pads in. She had some jeans on. And she was dancing and twerking and shit. And the fucking butt pads was seeping out the back of her pants. That shit is so fucking embarrassing. And they was recording her motherfucking ass. Like, who the fuck does that? Again, fully didn't accept oneself. Fully didn't accept oneself. You see, I don't give a fuck. Let me tell you something. I don't give a fuck if a person doesn't like me for who I am or what I have. I love me. I love me. You don't have to like me or love me. I love me. That's what matters. Okay? Yes. That's what matters. Good morning, Gorgeous. Hey, Jonathan. Good morning. Um, wow. Um, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Hold on, guys. I can't take this phone call right now. He said, fake it till you make it. I'm telling you. Got her. Look, wait. Smile. You're on candid camera. I would have been looking like, is this a prank? I'll be waiting for Ashton Kutcher or somebody to jump out and say, gotcha. Right? You're sitting there like, is this a joke? Oh, shit. Hey, yeah, she pissed off. I know she pissed off. Wasting her fucking time like that. You, you expected Mandingo. You know, you expected him to, pull down the boxes and the fucking shit roll out. You know what I'm saying? Like a, yeah, yeah, like a fruit roller. Like, uh-huh. Okay, saw that energy. Shit, sis. Shift, sis. Yeah, right? Shift, sis. Okay. Yeah. Um, Look at this one. Have you lost your minds? Have you? Have you? Don't tell me you coming up here with this little dick energy here. Because if you are, get off my fucking life. Oh shit. Frankie Elliott, you like big? Well, what do you consider big? What do you had him to strap it? What do you consider big? What do you consider to be big? Hey, whatever your name is, how you doing? Right? I'm asking you a question, Frankie. You asked me a question. What do you consider to be big? How many inches is big to you? I watched your live the other day. You did, sis. As soon as you got in the Uber, look at the devil talking about a damn seatbelt, the things Aquarius have to endure, and keep it moving. I'm telling you. Then he's gonna show me after the ride. See, it's asking me if you wore a seat. No, but that's your personal recommendations because you're a fucking. This guy is anal, okay? So he likes things done his way. He's controlling. Put on your seatbelt. He's possibly a fucking Scorpio, that man. You know, this shit popping up. I'm not even subscribed to this reader, and the reader, the thing popped up. You're on their mind 24/7. Kudos to them. Right, I definitely noticed that. Yeah, no one on New York City wears seatbelts. This is what I'm saying, Luke. Hey Sue, how you doing? Yeah, so he still didn't answer my question, right? So what do you consider to be big guys? Because I've seen a big dick. I've seen 11. The biggest dick I've seen in my life was 11 inches, and I told that motherfucker he could shove that big man nigga up his fucking ass because he's not gonna be giving me a hysterectomy today. You got what I'm saying? So, and he thought he was, yeah, he got, yeah, you right, my man, you right. You got a big, now you got a big ego. Yes, go ahead with that big ego. I'm not one of those females. Okay, yes. Are you Puerto Rican? No, no, I'm not, sweetheart. I'm Nicaraguan and Jamaican. Yeah, that shit was big. Okay, I was like, what the fuck you think you gonna do with that shit? No, 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 my man. No, no, no. You scared of it? You fucking right I am. You motherfucking right I am. Yes, I am. I tapped the fuck out. Boom. Yes, babes. Yeah, I be stroking. Huh? So, ladies, would you like that shit? An 11-inch dick? Yeah. Yes, I am. Tell these motherfuckers you want to keep them walls intact. That's what I'm trying to say, baby. Only $1. Yeah, I gotta take care of this. I gotta take care of my precious. Okay, this is my jewels, babes. You're not gonna be busting this shit out with that big fucking shit. Now, I like 7 inches. I like 7 inches. 8 inches is good too. Okay. Yes. I'll give you 12 inches in 3 installments. Yo, yeah, what a morning, right? This is the type of morning I like. Yes. That big is illegal. I mean, yeah, yep. And he was like, oh, so you're not, no, no, you're not busting my shit open. Nope. But it was nice. I got to experience seeing an 11-inch dick. Yes, it was very nice. Okay. It's getting crazy, right? A very, very thick 9 inches. I had 9 inches. I was in a relationship with a 9 inch one. Yes. Yeah. But I don't mind. I don't mind 7 inches, 6 inches. I don't mind. Okay. Girth over length. I like that too. I like that too. Have you ever had a skinny dick, a pencil dick? I don't like the skinny. I don't like skinny pencil dicks. Okay. Hello, hell no. Especially if it's skinny, ninjas be poking the hell out of your cervix, and that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. So you could have, you could have shortcomings, and it be pleasurable, right? It'll be shortcomings. The little ones be more pleasurable at times than the fucking big donkey dicks. And sometimes, half of the time, these motherfuckers with these big fucking donkey dicks are boring. They don't know what to do with that shit. They just think it's big and, hey, yeah, here I am. No. And then like I said, you have to make up for what you have to make up. Okay, so oral, that's good, right? Oral, get the person nice and right. Foreplay, right? Foreplay and shit like that. But some big dick. Have you ever had a guy that just wanted to ram his fucking dick in you? I find that to be so fucking disgusting and a turn off. They don't even want to do foreplay. They don't even want to do oral. They just want to get right down to it. Yeah. They said Diddy got a small tootsie roll. Yeah, yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that too. That's why that's why he was so angry. That's why he was so angry, and he's a woman beater. That's why he's like that. that's why he was. That's why he was hiring those male strippers. Okay. Yeah. Just ramming. I hate that shit. They want to hold you out. They want to slut you out. That shit barbaric sex. It's like barbaric sex. That shit is a fucking turn off. Sometimes big dick niggas, that's what they do. They feel like they have a big dick, so you're supposed to be pleased with that. That's not pleasure. Sometimes foreplay and oral play is more pleasurable. See? Hey, Angela Jackson. Most men come too quick. That's why they're unable to do foreplay. Oh, well, you got to say, hold on, hold on. I don't want to come right now. Hold on. Yeah, you ever had a man do that? Right? Like, oh shit, I'm about to come. Hold on. I don't want to come yet. You see? Yeah. So they could control if they want to. Some of them are just selfish lovers and they just want to fucking they get their shit off without getting you get your shit off. That's selfish lovers. Ladies, use your hands and 11-inch. Use a good lube and grip his loved ones and make him squeal. I would love to listen to my sisters and cousins saying this. Plain lazy. Yeah. If you can't satisfy the front, shouldn't be knocking at the back door. I'm telling you. That's why they need to do foreplay. Yes. I don't want no 1 minute man either. Okay? That's fucking disgusting. Have you ever had sex with a person and you just felt like, what was that? What was that? You just left so confused as to the session, like, hmm, interesting. But then again, not. No thanks. And those be the ones that be coming back for seconds and thirds and shit. Like you had a great time. Like they did something. But why you don't want to fuck? Because you're lame. Um, that's why you need more than one round. If it's been a long time for a guy, it's hard to hold, and that's fine. Get it over with. But after that 20-minute round, two, you better impress. Right, Britt. Right. Yes. I'm busy. Right. I'm busy. You know, those are the ones. Uh, those are the ones that have something to prove. They think they have something to prove, or they think that they're the best lover. You know what I'm saying? And they're garbage. They're trash. You'll be like, what? Why? Because you have big jewels? I'm supposed to be pleased with you? That don't mean shit. You're boring and you're lame. Now get the fuck out of here. Go deal with somebody that wants that boring shit, not me. I like excitement. Okay? Yes. Or have you ever had sex with a guy or a person and you looked into their eyes and they were soulless? There was nothing behind those eyes? No passion, no nothing. Just blank. And you're like so confused, like, where are you? Are you here? Are you enjoying yourself? Yeah, that happens too, you know? Tell you. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. So I want the if I ever have sex again, it's true. You know, there have to be chemistry. There have to be chemistry. There have to be foreplay. We have to have fun. You know, I don't like sex to be a routine. You know what I'm saying? I remember one time this lady, she reached out to me. Um, at that time she was 37 years old, and she said she never did doggy style, and she never climaxed. Her husband just get on top of her, have sex with her, and no doggy style, no spooning, no nothing. Just missionary all the time, right? Then she got with somebody else, and that person, you hear the train horn, boop. Then that person made her climax, and she said that that was a feeling that she never felt before, and she fell hard for that guy, but that guy didn't feel the same way, unfortunately. And unfortunately, at her age, she didn't. Oh, and her husband never did oral. He never did oral sex, but he wanted it done on him. Now that's very selfish, right? So the new guy that she got with did oral, and he did all those things to her, and he turned her the fuck out, and she couldn't find herself. She was floating. She was floating somewhere in space, and I had to bring her back to earth, bring her back down to earth, because she was like, you know yeah, the train came right on time, right? Boo. That's how she felt. Like he found her spot, and that was it for her. She said she was just like a fucking maniac over that guy. Yeah, her husband. She was married to it was her husband. He always did missionary. She never did doggy style, and he never did oral, and that was her husband. But she didn't know any better. Okay? Yes. That's my Alexa. Grab a copy of Karma Sutra. I got Karma Sutra here. I got cards like that, but I can't show them on YouTube because you know what I'm saying, they're gonna block my ass. Um, he was bullied as a kid. I don't know, but she was on, yeah, different positions, and I like to try different positions. I like that. I like that. I like to dress up. I like to do things like that. I like an open-minded partner. There you go. I like an open-minded partner. And but now I'm just chill. I don't even think about sex. Honestly speaking, I don't think about it. Yeah. He didn't go on down on her and expected head. He secretly hates women. Laugh out loud. Yeah, he didn't go down on her, but he wanted head. Yes. And that's why I was saying earlier that this guy, the topic, this lady that reached out to me, the guy didn't want her to perform oral on him. He didn't even want her touching his penis. But she said that she was mighty surprised that it was that tiny. It was tiny, but she was still willing to work with him. Um, and like I said, when you like a person, you deal with their flaws and all. But if he's acting like a dick, attitude goes a long way. So leave that tiny dick man, little dick man, right where he at. He'll be alright. He'll be alright. Okay. Maybe he's looking for. Thank you, Armando. Maybe he's looking for a virgin like this stupid ass told me with his little fucking dick. Okay, you sure they're not brothers? Because that one was a fucking asshole. All right, and he didn't have a right to be a big dick and an asshole. But he thought he did, right? But yeah, they some of them secretly hate women. You're right. Okay. Greetings from Tijuana, Mexico. Wow. You know, I was just talking to somebody about Mexico today, this morning. Yes, but he said he's going to Cancun. I have been celibate for over a year and I'm so focused, intuition on point. I'm good. These streets are very dirty. Yes. Do you think that they might be gay? Some of them are. Some of them are closeted. Yes. You feel like a god when you can make a peewee have the best. Oh, oh yes. The yeah. You because if a man because that's what okay, so a guy, right? His main goal, if he's not a selfish lover, his main goal is to make you come. That is his main goal. Okay? Is to make you come. Um, and yes, he is gonna feel like a god if he was able to do that because it says a lot. Like, wow, I was able to make this girl, release. Okay? Yes. Little tickle me Elmo kind of pen. Yeah, you know, and with the way she described his dick, it's so tiny, he could have probably shoved it up her ass and she would have felt it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we working with that? Okay. Well, just shove it up my ass. I ain't gonna feel it any fuck. No. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta work with, you gotta work with it. You gotta work with it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, hey, yeah. So we gotta work with what we have, guys. Improvise. Most men don't know how to behave gentle towards. Oh, this one likes the clitoris. This one likes to. Ralph likes this topic. I see you like this topic, Ralph. I see that you like this topic. Yeah. So, what is your favorite position, Ralph? And how do you know? What do you know about the woman's the vulva and all that shit? Are you a GYN doctor, or you just like to study the woman's anatomy? That's very good. I like a man. I like a man that studies his woman. I like a person that studies their mate, man and woman. Because I like to study my partner. What they like, what's their turn on, what they don't like, stuff like that. Yes. I like that. Yes. My favorite position is doggy style. I love doggy style. I love it. Pull my hair, slap my ass cheeks, bite my ass cheeks. Yes. Put your finger in the hole. Yeah. Yours too, right? He's a pleaser. Yeah, he's a pleaser. When they study you, they're a pleaser, man. Yes. Uh-huh. Why not? Yes, right, Angela? I'm telling you. Get nasty with it. Yeah. Yeah. You're not coming across dirty, Ralph. Keep talking. Yeah. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. You like it nasty? Why not? Why not? Especially if you're with your partner, why not? I feel like if you're in a relationship, you have to explore your partner, or not it's gonna get boring. I like porn star shit. Let's do it. What we doing? Let's do it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah, we're grown. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, says you like this talk. I see your energy. Yeah, fuck it. I mean, Frankie comes back. Why not? Right? Why not, paper boy? Why not? The fuck out of here. Sex is supposed to be enjoyable, where you both enjoying each other. It's supposed to be pleasure, not pain. A little pain is good, not too much. And if you guys are into some kinky shit, everybody has a code, you know? Yeah, if it's too painful, say pineapple or say red. Or if it feels good, say strawberry or say, blue. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, peanut. Supposed to have fun. That's what sex is about. Fun. Enjoying each other. Who the fuck? Another thing. Naughty, impossible. Why not? For those who've been with me for years know how the fuck I am. I'm a realist. I enjoy. I'm a very open person. I don't mind talking about. I'm not afraid to talk about these topics, and you can ask me any questions. Raspberry. No swinger for me. Yeah, well, they pay homage to her entire body, your own canvas to create. This one is still making love to himself. This is a poet. Ralph is the poet for today. Yes. He's on some Romeo Juliet type shit. Right? Because if it's not, what the fuck we doing for real? Right. And let me tell you something. Okay? Explore. Right. And another thing, first impressions are everlasting. So, like I was telling you guys earlier, the first time that me and this Virgo had sex, it wasn't right. Then he wanted to make it up. He wanted to make up. Like, okay, I gotta make it up. And he damn sure did. Okay? Yes. So sometime the first round be like, because you still like learning the person and trying to get, sometimes the first time be, you're aligned with each other. Okay? But then you go back for the second round, and then the second round be off the hook because you got the first round out the way. So now let's go for the second round and see how that second round goes. You see? And sometimes the second round have you the second round is going to make you say, okay, yes, this is it. And if the second round is garbage, it's still garbage, there's no third. That was it. It's heating up in here. It's always hot in here, man. It's always hot in here. But this is what I'm saying. So, some people they're shy, right? When I was younger, I used to be shy, right? But then as you get older, you break out of that. You see what I'm saying? Some people they're still older, but they still shy. Okay, but it takes the right person. I'm a Pisces sun and moon. Hey, Sarkisian. Yeah. So that's the whole thing. So some people they don't like to touch topics on this because they don't. How can I say? They get flushed, or they're embarrassed. Some people are very private. They don't like to share their experiences. But I feel like each one teach one. You understand what I'm saying? Like, how would a person know if you don't say anything? Okay. Hey, Carla. Tosh, I missed the first part of the live. Will you be keeping this live? Yes, I'll be keeping this live. Know thyself. There you go. So that's all, folks. I mean, if you guys are going to be in a relationship, make the best of it. Make the best of it. Okay? Yes. Another thing, having sex all day, every day. If a person wants to have sex all day, every day, there's another thing wrong with that too. There's something wrong too. with that person, that they want to keep fucking on you and fucking on you 24/7. We call this a sex addict. A closed mouth don't get fed. That's right. We call these sex addicts. Okay? Yes. Because a real man, he's not going to be fucking on you like that. 4 times out the week is good. You got to give yourself time, a break. In the beginning, you may fuck every day. Yes. But then after a while, that shit slows down. But I feel like sex, when you're in a long-term relationship, uh, the sex dies down after a while. But you have to keep that shit alive. Yes. Energy vampire, nymphos. Yes. Okay. Yes. So that's another thing to pay attention to. So a person wants to fuck on you all the time, pay attention to that. I'm good with 1 time a week. Really? Having sex once a week? Okay. Are you in a long-term relationship? Ugh. I started to get like that in my other relationship prior to Khalil's dad with that person, and that I stopped having sex with him altogether. I lost interest in him. I cheated for 10 years though. Yes, I did. Because I wasn't satisfied and I wasn't happy with the person that I was with. Hey, love bug. Who's my most inspirational historical figure of all time? Martin Luther King, Abraham Lincoln, or John Wayne Gacy? Wait a minute. Is John Wayne Gacy John Wayne Gacy? That name sounds familiar. Is that a serial killer? uh, you cheated? Me too at one point. Yeah, I did. But then I said, if I ever, it is right. If I ever get into another relationship, I'm not gonna cheat. I'm just gonna end the relationship. That's it. It's best to just end the relationship. That's all. Why cheat? That don't make any sense. Where you could just, because you cheat because you're not happy. You understand what I'm saying? You're not satisfied with the partner that you're with. Okay. Some people cheat and they can't get out of the relationship because they make it complicated. Like, oh shit, well, I'm already married to this motherfucker and I gotta stick with this motherfucker. Um, it could be due to as many factors why people cheat. They cheat. They rather cheat and do things with somebody else that they wouldn't do with their partner. Now, why is that? Think about it. When a man cheat, right? Some men like to do low down dirty shit that they won't do with their partner, but they want to do it with you. Why is that? Isn't that something that you should explore with your partner and not with somebody else? But why would you want to do it with somebody else than with your own partner? Is it because you don't want to lose their innocence? You don't want them, because see, some people, right? They marry, but they marry the innocence, right? And they feel like if they do certain things with that partner, it's gonna break their image. It's gonna break that person's image that they have of them. Make sense? Do I make sense? But if they do it with somebody else, right, that is down and dirty like them, that Yeah, I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you the truth. Out of all the zodiac combinations for sun signs, who would you say is most compatible? I would say this to compatibility. You could date any sign as long as they're a healed individual, as they're evolved. If they're unevolved, no sign is going to be compatible with you. But if they're evolved, any sign could be compatible with you. Thank you, the real Shasha first. Yeah, look at Taco, right? You see, Taco is the type of person that was pushed out of his mother's asshole. That's why, or her or his asshole. That's why they say asshole shit. Okay, Taco. Yeah. Right. Let me tell you why. You see what Taco said? You know why people insult other people? Because they're insecure. I bet you Taco don't look like that. Taco is an insecure individual that is not happy with oneself. They're ugly and bitter. So they make fun of other people and they downplay other people because it's the opposite of what they're saying. It's like a little kid that likes somebody, they tease them, call them names, right? That's okay, Taco. I know that you're in love with me and you don't mean it. You didn't hurt my feelings though. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Get out of here. Yeah, hey Tosh, was your fuck Taco, right? Hey Tosh, was your advice about Aquarius man? I just met one. I can't read him. Speaking about Aquarius man, right? Thank you, Fire Empress. I had met an Aquarius man yesterday, and I'm going to tell you, it was very interesting, right? Um, so hold on, let me get somebody out of here. It was very interesting because it was very interesting. Yeah, these motherfuckers are stupid. It's very interesting because when I walked in there, he was so calm, just like Aquarius, calm, cool, and collected, right? And I had smelled this woman's perfume, and it was like wow. She gave me the name of the perfume, and that restaurant. I don't know if you guys from New York? There's a restaurant in Brooklyn called Come Cows. It's like a famous Chinese restaurant in Brooklyn. Hold on. Yeah, so it's like a famous Chinese restaurant in Brooklyn. Anyway, so I went and got money out, and he just said to me, he says, "I watch you." I was like, "You watch me?" But I was so lit yesterday that I was like, "What the fuck?" But he was cool, man. He was cool. He had beautiful teeth as well. His smile, he had a beautiful smile. He looked like a maintenance man because he had on like some type of blue uniform and shit. And I shook his hand, and I said, "Are you Aquarius?" He was like, "Yes, I'm Aquarius." I was like, "Oh shit," I was like, yeah, he was cool, man. So that's like an Aquarius. So they are hard to read kind of people. Yes, if you're an Aquarius, you already know our demeanor. You can't tell whether we like you or not because we don't really show emotions like that. But if he's contacting you, is he still contacting you? Are you still in contact with this person? Um, is he still, because if he's not contacting you, of course you know that he's not interested. But if we're contacting you and we're speaking to you, that means that we're interested. We're trying to get to know you. But you see, Aquarius, we don't like to rush shit. We like to take our sweet fucking time because we have to analyze shit. We have to, we don't like to just jump head on. No, we want to know what we getting into. You understand what I'm saying? So, it's good that, he's taking his time because he wants to learn you here. So, yeah. So that's how you get a read on him if he's still communicating. Yes, we talk every day. He wants to take me out on a date tomorrow, you see? So he wants to yeah, he likes you. He likes you. Don't don't read too much into the bullshit. That's what I'm gonna say. Because when you read too much into a person's actions, then you're gonna fuck yourself up. Got what I'm saying? Hold on. Yes. All right. So have fun on your date. You know, Aquarius, there we're not cheap people. Some of them can be cheap, but we're not cheap people. If we like it, we're gonna spend that money. And we like nice things too. Different things, but nice things. Yes. You want to keep that one around because if he gets serious with you, he's gonna be buying you expensive shit. Tasha, you know they say a woman with a big forehead has a big snatch. Just saying, Taco might have meant it that way. Oh, big forehead. Okay. A fatty, the fat cat, like a fat cat. Oh, hey Sue. Thank you, Sue. Hey, good morning. Hey, Miss Sita. Yeah, but yeah, but it's 12 o'clock. I have 2 more hours until parent teacher conference. Hey, Miss Sita. He's even paying for a spa day this weekend for me, and we don't do nothing yet. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. Yes, he likes you. He's thoughtful. Aquarius are thoughtful people. We're thoughtful people. Yes. What sign are you keeping up with Ash? Hey, Kim Daniels. Thank you, Sue. Yeah. My yeah, right, Claire Marie, we're thoughtful people. We think about you. The our biggest turnoffs are selfish people, selfish lovers, liars. We can't stand a liar now. We're gonna read into that bullshit. We know when you're lying to us. We're expecting you to tell us the truth. Selfish fucking people. We hate selfish people. We hate money type people. People, we understand if you don't have them. Oh, you're a Virgo. Oh, my favorite cousin, my Virgo cousin was just calling me. I'm gonna call her back. You're Libra. Oh, Libra and Aquarius. That's a good. That's good. Both air signs. That's good. Yes. I'm an Aquarius too. I was with a Capricorn for 5 years, but met someone new, a Scorpio. He's lovely and he takes care of me. Yes. And thieves, broke as fuck. Yeah. Don't tell me what to do, Tyler. So, what about Gemini and Gemini? Like I said, if you guys are evolved, it can work. It can work out. It can really work. Gemini season. What's today's date? Alexa, what's today's date?
Today is Thursday, May 29th. By the way, you have a new notification. Do you want to hear it?
No. Yeah, my grandmother's birthday was May 27th. Yeah, dumb cancer men are too emotional. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who am I gonna meet in the future. I don't know. I don't know. But all I know is that I would never go back to dealing with broke, insecure, narcissist, covert narcissist. I need me an alpha male, Sigma. Yes. I need somebody who knows themselves, self assured, confident, because I am. Okay? Somebody who's a provider. Healed, evolved. Right. Hi, Miss Tasha. Hey, Biscotti. Hey, Adrian. Your Aquarius 217. That was my grandfather's birthday. My grandmother was a Virgo and my grandfather was Aquarius. Hey there, love your stuff. Cap here. Hey Capricorn. Yes. Me and you both talk that ish. Lesson learned. That's it. This is what I'm saying. Um, my birthday is February 18th. I'm a cusp with Pisces. My last reading was so on point. Adrian, when's your birthday? Oh yeah, Aquarius. Yeah. Hey Taurus, gang gang. 5-5. 5-5. All about changes, right? Yeah. So your February 16th, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. In life, enjoy your life, but I would say don't take unnecessary risk in life. Okay? Like with the dating scene and meeting people online and traveling to see people by yourself. Don't do that. Don't take unnecessary risks. There was a lady, um she was in Mexico and she met somebody online, and she traveled to Peru to go see this person, and she was never heard from again. So her family was looking for her. And guess what this guy did? This guy killed this lady for her body parts. Yes. Hey, Kayla. Uh, nah, I meet people organically. I don't play them games. Me neither. Me neither. Hey, Patrice. No broke narcissists, only be with happy working independent men. So, right here. Right on. I'm right with you with that. Okay? So I don't do, it's crazy out here. Yes, Shadow Conjurer. I don't do online dating. You're goaded. Thank you, Kayla. I don't do online dating. I don't do that. Um, yes, and I feel like if I meet someone, I'm gonna meet them just like that, organically. You understand what I'm saying? So many horror stories about online dating. I know it has worked for some of my friends. Yes, I know some people. There was a guy that I used to work with. He met his wife on POF. He's an Aries, and his wife is a Pisces. Okay. Um, and then I know another one that she met her mate on Tinder. And but when I met the guy, I really didn't care for him, but hey, love is to each their own. Love is blind, but I just felt like he had like this thing about him, like he was too serious. You can't crack a joke with him, and I didn't like that. And if you're around me, I'm a jokester. I love to laugh. I love to have fun. Laughing is good for the spirit, and he was just like militant, straightforward. His answers were straightforward, like they were rehearsed. Like what the fuck is going on here? He was like a robot, mechanical. And I'm like, oh no. But like I said, that's her life. They end up having a child together, by the way, and moving in together. So some people could deal with that. I myself, I couldn't deal. I can't deal with somebody that's too serious, that don't know how to let down their hair and have fun. And you know like I'm a big kid at heart. So I like to go to, like, Coney Island, the rides, or Six Flags. I'll be like, come on, let's get on that motherfucking roller coaster. Come on, let's do this. Let's do that. You know what I'm saying? So, everybody has a child in them. You know, everybody has a child in them. And it's nice when you meet a person and you could explore that child within you guys, to see the child within each other and be like, yeah, let's do it. But when you deal with somebody too serious like that and stoic, I don't like that. Because it shows me that we're not gonna have fun. You know, the slightest thing is gonna make you mad. You understand what I'm saying? And I can't cheer you up even if I crack a joke because you're too serious. You know? Like you gotta stick up your ass. Hey, oh says I live up the street from Six Flags. We gotta meet up with the kids. I'm down, girl. Oh, you live wow, so you're in New Jersey. You're deep in New Jersey there. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, so like I said, um love is blind, but get somebody who's a nice person. Nice, not hot-headed. They have patience, right? Yes, they give you your space. They're not too clingy. I don't like clingy people. I tell you, I do not like clingy people. I feel like you're suffocating me, you know? I like to be in a relationship where I feel free. It's all about trust. Sociopath narcissist has to have complete control. No fun. Only he can control the environment. Yes. Yes. Okay? And that's how you know. And no motherfucker is going to control me. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not allowing anybody to come into my life and to control me. There's an ex-friend of mine's, and she's an ex-friend because I had to let her go. Okay? That was a 27-year relationship that I had to let go because she kept repeating these cycles with these drug addicts and these broke men and then moving them into her home with her children, right? She's a grandma now. And the last guy, she has alopecia, which of course, to any man or woman that's losing their hair, it would break your confidence, right? So she wear wigs. She allowed this motherfucker to come in to live with her. He's a cancer. This motherfucker broke up her shit, ripped her wig off of her fucking head, threw the shit out the window. Her mother lives with her too, screaming in the house like a fucking animal. Why why are you putting up with a person like this? And he's in your house. He lives with you. Okay? That's abusive. Yes, this is but she always get these unhealed people that beat her ass. Her kid's father did it to her too. And I had to wash my hands with her because every time he would act up, right? She would come over here or she would call me to go get her. And the last time she put him out. But guess what? Crying and vomiting over him and then took him back again. And I washed my hands with her. That was it for me. Okay? That was it for me. Sometimes you have to release these people because they are what Bushman said earlier, energy vampires. And it was like, I can't save somebody that doesn't want to be saved. Only she could save herself. Only she's going to know when she had enough. When are you going to have enough? When he fucking kill your ass? That's when enough? Okay? Learn to be by yourself. Learn to appreciate yourself and be by yourself. Heal yourself. Give yourself time. And all these years, I've been giving myself time. Yes. That's what I've been doing. Low self-esteem, codependent, needs professional help. Yes. Wow, that's sad. I hope she finds healing where she can choose better. Yes, CB. Okay. I had a friend I had cut off as well who I felt was energy consuming but couldn't show up for me when I needed her. And that's how you know who your true friends are. And that goes with relationships as well. If you're into someone and that person is not meeting you halfway, not communicating with you, they're stringing you along. Cut the strings and leave them alone. Okay? I have to call my son back. How do I feel about age difference? Age is nothing but a number. It's how the person thinks. It's their mentality. It's their mentality, not the age. Sorry, it reconnected. Okay? So age is nothing but a number. It's how that person is moving in life and what they're doing in life. Hey, Winnie. You understand what I'm saying? So I want to look at age. I'm 35. He's 26. So what? Age is nothing but a number. It's how is his maturity level. I have 3 dead friends, accepting sociopath, narcissistic, crazy men, and you have to let them be. I always been with older men, so that's different for me. Me too. I always been with older men. I'm in the process right now rebuilding. I don't have time for nobody but myself. No sexual relationship for now. But once I'm on my feet again, right? And you have to give yourself time to get on your feet again. That's it. At least you understand that about yourself. Not some people. You see, and this is why narcissist jumps into relationship after relationship after relationship after relationship, because they don't have a backbone and they can't stand on their own 2 feet. But then they go in this relationship, they get into a relationship to drain the life out of you, to suck the fucking life out of you, right? Because they're troubled individuals that need help. But how can one accept help or do the healing work if they think that there's nothing wrong with them? So they walk around with an identity problem. They have to find themselves, which they chose not to do. They don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the healing work. And it ends up really bad for them in life. For people that are this way, men and women, it ends up really bad for them. Hey, Kalani, in need of a Libra reading. I love you so much. Yeah, no one heals. That's a great point. My spouse got one immediately following our separation, and I'm 9 months out healing to attract the right person. See? So as soon as they get out of a relationship, they get right back into one. Khalil's dad, this is his second relationship since me and him went our own way. And as soon as we broke up, I would say 4 months down the line, he was already in a relationship, which I didn't care, as long as you take care of your kid. And then he cheated on the girlfriend that he was with because she got smart. She got smart. Let me tell you how she got smart on his fucking ass. She got smart and she stopped having sex with him and went back to church, and she told him that it's against her belief to have sex without him putting a ring on it, without marriage. She's fornicating. So they have to get married in order for her to proceed with sex again. So what did he do? He cheated on her with the one that he's with now and dumped her ass. Straight narcissist. Don't you understand he would never get married? Don't you understand he would never amount to shit? You understand? But so I laugh at him, and every time he gets into another relationship, I feel sorry for him because he hasn't done the healing work, right? And I told him, what the fuck are you doing? When he got into this other relationship now with this bitch, I said, what the fuck are you doing? Right? I said, all you like to do is play fucking games. You ain't serious about anybody. You're not a build up motherfucker. You're a breakdown motherfucker. Why don't you leave these women alone? Right? Then he counteracts by telling me, oh, Tasha, why don't you just move on with your life and get a man already? Because that's how he thinks. That's how he thinks. I should just move on and get a man already. No, no, no. You see, motherfucker, you see me? I'm patient with mine. I don't have to jump into a relationship to prove that I'm with someone. That's stupid. Oh, yeah, look at me. I'm in a relationship now to prove what? And that's what some people do. Some people just get into a relationship to prove something. I don't have anything to prove to no fucking body but myself. And when I'm ready to get into a relationship, then I will. When I find that person. And if I chose to be in a relationship with them. That's it. Not sorry for him, but the woman whom he manipulating. Exactly, Brandy. Hey, Taylor, he was never for her. She will receive way better than that. Exactly. Okay. Sis, how was your relationship when you're a reader? That had to be very interesting. We were in a relationship anymore when I became a reader. You see? So we weren't in a relationship anymore. Yes. It's good to give ourselves time too. No need to rush into anything. Whole time just getting fucked on. That's what I'm saying. So the thing about it is that, you know, I know what I want. When you're younger, you don't know what you want. Do you understand what I'm saying? You're still trying to figure out life. And I never had the desire to get married to anyone. I mean, people, they tell me, you hear all these horror stories about marriage, but my father, he always told me to never get married. You know, that's a business deal. That's a contract that you can't get out of. My dad, he was very serious talk with me when he was dying, and he said, never get married. Um, you know, and he told me that I had my own place, and he was like, you're a hot commodity. You just, when the guy comes over, tell him, don't forget your socks, chief. Get your socks, get your, don't move a man in, don't. And, he gave me some sound advice, and he told me that he regret getting married. But he felt like he was pressured into marrying my mom because of my grandfather. Okay. And my mom already had 3 kids. And, my grandfather was like, oh no, you're not going to be the man to get my daughter pregnant and run out on her. So what are your intentions, young man? And my dad said, I'm going to marry your daughter. And that's what he did. But that marriage was toxic as fuck. I don't feel like my parents belong together. Um, but again, in our culture, you know, you make your bed, you lay in it. Yeah. So yeah, he was a blessing blocker. That's definitely it. Um, he's right. It should financially benefit you if you do. Yes. Father told me to never depend on man. He was right. Exactly, speakeasy. And that's what he was saying to me. To always be independent and have my own. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's the rules that I live by. I don't feel like I feel like marriage is a piece of paper, and I had got into it with a content creator on Instagram because he promotes marriage, him and his wife. But who benefits? So he's telling people, yes, get married. And I told him that that's just a piece of paper. Marriage is just a piece of paper. It's like, but he was talking about it from a business aspect. I wasn't talking about it from a business aspect. I was saying what love has to do with marriage. If I Why do I have to marry you to prove my love to you? That's what I was saying. If I'm with you, then I'm with you. That's it. We don't have to get married. Eloping maybe? Nope. Nope. So I feel like sometimes people enter things prematurely without thinking about it and without really thinking about the severity of what they're doing. And then when they're in too deep and they say to themselves like, this is not the one for me, it's a little bit too late for that. Do you understand? So they're binded by this contract, and then of course marriage is business. So there's money attached to this shit. And if you have children, support, then you have to support the kids. And it's really, you really end up with the shitty end of the stick. So I advise people to really think clearly on the decisions that they're making prior to moving forward, because marriage is not everything. Okay. And make sure if you marry someone, make sure that you take it for a test drive. You don't want to end up in this situation, little dick acting like a big dick. Okay. Because you can still get married and get cheated on anyways. Exactly, Latanya Cook. Happiness and financial stability should be top priorities. That's right. It can go work both ways depending on what side you're on in the marriage. Everybody's situation is different. Right. Yes. I thank God he's been on me and my kids' side throughout the process. Listen, the thing was little and feminine. Genuine and real intentions, right? So, yeah, so that's how I'm living my life, and I'm at peace. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, you know, if you guys are in love or fall in love, I'm happy for you. That's good for you. Some people are meant to be by themselves, right? Um, they say there's somebody for everybody. Who knows? And and yes, I'm quite content living my life like this. All right. Like I said, lonely and being alone is a state of mind. If you can't be by yourself, if you can't make yourself happy, how are you going to make somebody else happy? Another person can't make you happy. See? So if you're looking for happiness with with somebody to make you happy, true happiness begins with yourself. Marriage is a business, contract, pensions, social security, partnerships for care when older is still together. Houses and personal acquired property when one gets old, partnership is needed. Right. Okay. There's nothing wrong with a partnership, but then you have to see what that person is bringing to the table. Do you understand what I'm saying? Are you just bringing your dick and balls on a platter? Or are you bringing some type of business aspect to this relationship that where we could grow together? You see? As long as you're happy, who matters whether you're single or in a relationship, Tosh? That's right. Yes. I am too, Tosh. I'm single and at peace. Hidoki, that's right. So that's what I'm saying. Okay? That's what I'm saying. And there's nothing wrong with me. You know, my family be looking at me, some of my family be looking at me like, why am I still single? Because I chose to be. That's why. That's why. I haven't met the right person. That's why. But that's okay. And I'm okay with that. See? I'm bringing the whole bag if she's worth it. Hey, Gideon, this is what I'm saying. They have to be worth it. And you would know. You would know if a person valued themselves the way they take care of themselves. Okay? You would know how a person valued themselves. Have you ever had sex with a person and they wanted to go raw? The person who really cares is going to ask for protection. Like, hey, whoa, you don't have any protection? Like, because again, there's a lot of STDs and shit like that in this world, right? So if a person doesn't ask for protection or it doesn't even say, hey, I got let me put on this condom or whatever, there's something wrong there. There's something wrong there. Because I don't give a fuck how a person look. You cannot trust people these days with your body. So that's one way to know how a person takes care. It's just how a person takes care of themselves. You want to know. You will know. You will know. You will know. Yes. Hey, Frankie, make yourself happy. That's right. But you will be in a healthy relationship. You won't be single alone for long. I won't. It gotta be a vibe, but get tested. Am I with that? That's what I'm saying. So I say that if you guys are getting serious, right, and say like, okay, like we're gonna be together, no more condom or whatever, go to urgent care, take a blood test, get tested. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that, getting tested and shit, and then you guys can have fun. But that's why I say don't take unnecessary risks if you don't have to. No raw or hookups unless they can produce a sexual health document. That's right. My zodiac sign Mercedes Aquarius. Tasha, what does a divine union consist of? A divine union is like instant. you would know, you would feel this person's presence. You would feel like is a knowing of this person, and it's familiar. You get comfortable with the person. Have you ever been around someone and they just made you uncomfortable? If you're dating, if you're getting to know someone, you just feel at edge or you just feel uncomfortable. You feel like something is off. With a divine union, it just flows. It just flows. You would feel it like you're just vibing. It's like a high vibrational kind of connection where you let down your guards and you feel like safe and feel like wow, home. Like I don't know how to explain it, but big ups to you, sis. What's up, Ethan? From Earth Angel Libra. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Ethan. Hi, magical. Yeah, so that's how you would know about a divine union. Can't be scared to go in. You want to go in. Paperboy, what you talking about? Yeah. Yeah. I gotta get off this shit. Yeah. Um, hey Willis. Yeah, so that's all I'm saying, guys. All right. And you could scroll back to earlier today to review this video and my advice to the lady. And that's that, you know. Oh yeah, can't be scared to take the trip to the doctor. You can't be scared. No, you want to know. Won't you want to? Don't you want to know what's going on with your body? So even if you don't have an STD, you could have an underlying condition. See? Hi, I just wanted to give you your flowers. Thank you, Vanessa. I'm Sagittarius and I love being by myself. Me too. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Shamika. Have a quick power nap if you can so you restore your energy, Tosh. I have a 2:30 parent teacher conference. So yeah, I'm not gonna take a nap. I also have to do a personal reading today for a young lady, but that's only 15 minutes. And then tomorrow, um, the thing about it is that when I have Khalil, my day be so busy, the time go by so fast, and it's like I'm like my mind is everywhere, here, there, everywhere, and I really can't focus on my readings because I'm focused on the time. But now Khalil is gonna be at his dad's house. His dad picked him up today. He's gonna be at his dad's house today, tomorrow, and the weekend, which gives me time to work in peace, and I won't have to worry about picking him up or his extracurricular activities with basketball and what I'm gonna cook for him, and yeah. Anyone knowingly infecting another with incurable disease are liable to go to prison for a few years. Yes, Ralph, you're right about that. You're absolutely correct about that. That's why that girl was suing um R. Kelly because he gave her herpes. Okay? Dad kept it solid. That's right. That's what I need, Tasha. A personal reading. I'm a Cancer woman with a Cancer man. Um, hey, top shot of brat. Yeah. What's up with the caption? The caption was something that I was talking about earlier. So you got to scroll back to the reading. You got to scroll back to the video where I discussed the situation with a woman who emailed me. But I'm this right now is just down talk. I'm just down talking right now because I'm getting ready to get off this video. As you can see, I've been on here 2 hours and 24 minutes. Yeah, they said the herpes and chickenpox come from the same family. I don't know. I don't have it. I don't know. Yo, but my thing is, I know somebody. I know two people that have it, and that shit ain't no joke. They said when they outbreak, it's painful. They said they could feel it before it reacts. And there's one though. She's what you said, Ralph, because she don't tell people that she has herpes. Okay, and that's very dangerous for a woman not to tell people that you, as hard as it may seem, you have to inform people that you have a certain. Some people don't do it because they're embarrassed, or some people deliberately infect other people because they're scorned, they're mad at their life and how life turned out. You understand what I'm saying? Just like death, disease start within the spiritual realm first. Exactly. Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm not dealing with any of that shit. Any of that. Yes. So my friend just got that from a man, and now shaking my having to deal with something someone out here gave them. That's why I'm celibate. You see what I'm saying, Mommy Chula? Thank you, Ralph. Thank you. I love you more. What is this? Fuck. Hey, Kisu. Stealth. What's up? Yeah, I always ask for that health checkup. If you can't do that, then blocked. No glove, no love. I'll stay celibate. That's right, Talia. I'm with you with that. Okay. I'm with you with that one. Yes. But there's so much shit going on these days, and so much so many bullshitters out here. The dating world sucks. It's very dangerous out here. And the devil always comes with a smile on their face. Yes. Okay. Ralph likes me. He's been coming at me since earlier. I think he likes me as a person. Like like what I do. I don't think he likes me like that. Ralph, are you still there? My sweetheart, do you like me like that? I forgot what the guy name was in the Chinese restaurant yesterday. I wonder if that was Ralph. He was a cool dude, man. Yeah, Ralph. Now, Ralph. Hey, Balance. Ralph got a cool. I like Impossible. Yeah, we got a box for that top shot. You like me, top shot? What side are you, top shot of brat? Um, yeah, you don't think so? No, because some people did. I've been following Taj for a while now, and I click. You see? That's what I'm saying. Ralph probably in a relationship. Ralph, do you have a wife or a girlfriend? He never got off. Yeah. What is this? You trying to hook me up, keeping up with Ash? Oh, you're Aquarius too? When's your birthday, top shot of brat? Hey, yeah. Oh, you're January Aquarius. I never dated an Aquarius. I never dated my own sign. Now I used to fuck on my sign. I used to fuck an Aquarius February 1st. He was a good fuck. But we were just cool, man. He was just cool. It never took off into something more than what it was. Okay? I remember the police caught us in the car fucking, and the police knocked on the window. I was like, oh shit. Me and that Aquarius, we were wild. We used to just like, hey, you want to do it now? Sure, let's do it. Yeah. And they fucking knocked on the January 23rd. That's my brother's birthday. They fucking knocked on the window. Tap tap tap. What you guys doing in there? Yo, that shit was so fucking embarrassing. Aquarius is freaky, laugh a lot anywhere. Yeah, we do it anywhere. Fuck out of here. We're exhibitionists. Especially if we like you, we vibing with you. But if you corny and you know, that's for certain people that are open minded. Another thing, I don't know that. I don't know about word. That's what's up. Yeah, I don't know about you guys, right? What do you guys think about this? Okay, I feel like it's very don't entertain third party situations. Like I said with that woman earlier when she asked me about her soulmate being in another relationship. Move on. You can have many a soulmates, right? But I feel like these people that are in another relationship expect you to be their second wife and to cook and to. I'm not doing that shit. I am not doing that shit. I'm sorry. I feel like you know giving head and doing all that shit is for certain people. The person that you're going to be in a relationship with, a provider, not somebody that you're just knocking boots with that's in another fucking relationship. The fuck out of here. Okay, you don't give a person that's in another relationship, if you chose to fuck on them, you don't give them your all. Period. Because they got somebody to go home to do that shit. Laughing my that's me and my Pisces boo. I'm a Scorpio and we both always down anywhere, anytime. There you go. Khalil's dad is a Pisces. There you go. But I had a Scorpio, and that Scorpio, the Scorpio that I had was not that freaky. You know what I'm saying? He was not kinky. He was not that freaky. And you know what I don't like about that Scorpio? He was a selfish lover. It was on his time, and when I want it, you don't want it, and when you want it, I don't fucking want it. You know? I chose to try love out with many different women because not one woman is the same. So I was young man with a desire to try every fine wine. I hear you, Ralph. That's right. That's 2-1. That's Capricorn, Sun, and Vedic, and Sidereal astrology. Which sign do you feel like you more resonate with? Kira L.O. Sis, what's your ethnicity if you don't mind me asking? Are you Puerto Rican? Compton, June? No, I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm actually Nicaraguan and Jamaican. I'm a Scorpio. Yeah. See, so Scorpio, the Scorpio that I had one Scorpios attract to me. I don't know what it is, what the fuck it is, but they're attracted to me. And I'm not gonna say too much about this person, but this person is a Scorpio, November the 5th, and he was hinting at something one day, and I was like, no, no. Even if I wanted to, is a big no for me because he's not my type. But he says there's two things that he do well. Cooking is one of them, and he said I should know the other because he's a Scorpio. I should not because I dealt with a Scorpio that was a lame in the bed. So I don't understand what you're saying. What was the second one again? What you said? Repeat yourself. Cause I caught the first one, but I didn't catch the second one. Jamaican woman be fine, fine, yeah. It also depends on the deacons and any zodiac sign. The freakiest I've been with was a Cancer, but Gem and Aquarius are close behind. You see, CB? I never been with a Cancer, so I couldn't answer that question in the terms of sexual. Um, but I Pisces was freaky to me. Um, Taurus was freaky to me. Who else was freaky? Virgo was freaky to me. Who else? Gemini didn't get that far. Aries sucked. Leo was freaky to me. Libra. Oh God. I had one Libra that was good, and then I had another Libra that was a lame. So depends on the person. Um, I told you about the Scorpio. Sagittarius, not the one that I was with. That wasn't freaky. He wasn't freaky. Uh, Boring actually. Who else? No Cancer. Aquarius was freaky. The Aquarius that I was with, I was only with one Aquarius, and he was a freaky fuck. Um, and Capricorn, pass. But I like him as a friend. That's it. Has some moon sign as your Mars sign. That's the cheat code. Uh, my Mars is Virgo and my moon is Aries with their moon and Mars. Damn girl, you almost got the whole zodiac. That's right, Mommy Chula. I told you. I'm well seasoned, okay? That I'm open. I'm well seasoned. I've been there, done that. I mean, I'm in my late 40s now, so you know what I'm saying? I have fun. I had fun. I tell people all the time, I used to have fun. Why not? And a lot of people, they don't understand, right? When you get out of a long term relationship that I was in for 12 years, you want to restore that balance in your life of fun and your freedom. So that's what I was doing. I was exploring my freedom. I was exploring my freedom in that 12-year relationship as well. People be thinking all the Scorpios are freaks, but we are really the opposite depending on the person. You see, goobers, this is what I'm saying. My whole chart is mostly all Scorpio except for Aquarius moon. Laugh out. Oh, you see? I don't know what my moon or planet is. How do you get that info? Go to astrolabe.com, astrolabe.com. When it comes to the bedroom, doesn't their Mars have more of an impact than any other planet placement? Yes, that's what they say. Google free birth chart. That's right, Ebony. Yeah. So yeah. So you have your. I think you have your. I think it's based off of the person's. Because any zodiac could be freaky, right? But I think it's based off of the person's experience and their open mindedness. Yeah, I think that. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mental health. Yeah. So that's that. So that's what I'm saying here. Um, the stupidest shit I heard today, though, before I forget, I was speaking to someone, and she said that you know there's a and this is I'm not a racist, but she said that she has a white friend that wants a black man because of the mandingo. I said, hold up right there. Hold it right here. I said, let me tell you something. Not all black men have big dicks. Not all white men have small dicks. Not all Spanish men have small dicks. That's that's just I just want to let her. So she took a step back and she was like, she looked at me like, "Rip, you don't know that? You have 3 kids. You don't know that? That not it is not based off of a race if you have a big dick or not. It's hereditary." You understand? You believe certain people bring out things in certain people. I believe that too. Again, it depends on how you vibing with the person. All right. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. I believe it depends on how you vibing with the person. That's it. Okay. No more questions, guys. That's it. Cause I can't see anybody saying anything. Hold on. What the heck is going on here? I don't know why it's frozen because the thread is not moving. I don't see anybody asking any questions. Can somebody say something so I could see what's wrong with this? Maybe I need to flip it. Yeah, I don't know. It's time. Wait, hold on. Yeah, it's time for me to get off this live. But yeah, that's all I have to say to you guys. And I'm gonna start hitting the gym again as well. Let me see something. What is this? Oh no. Yeah. Okay, so I see you later, guys, because I can't see the thread. I don't know what's going on with the thread. Nobody is like, nothing is moving. Yeah, nothing is moving. So that's all, folks. I'm out of here. I see you guys later, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. I'm out.